Hey, it's Tanya Williams here, author of A Child-Free Happily Ever After, and I am continuing my Child-Free Why series. And the series is all about talking to men and women about why they have chosen to be child-free, because I think it's a really important conversation that we need to get out to make it more acceptable in our communities across the world. And today I am talking to Kristiina. Hey, Kristiina.
Hi.
So I'm going to let you introduce yourself to everyone, and then we'll just jump in and start chatting.
Okay. I'm Kristiina. I prefer Chrissy. I'm 34 years old. I'm originally from Finland, but currently I live in Los Angeles, California. I am married. My husband is from here. He was born and raised in LA, so that's how I ended up here.
Fantastic. So how long have you guys been married for?
A little over 5 years now.
Yeah. Also, and it's really interesting because you never hear that anyone's from LA. It seems like everyone moved to LA, so he's native, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's rare.
It is rare. It is rare. So, Chrissy, tell us why is it you didn't want to have children?
Yes. So, well, there are multiple reasons,
Yep.
but I feel like the biggest one is that it's just never felt natural to me. My goal was never to be a mother. It's just the whole idea of being a mother and giving birth and all of that just felt unnatural to me. Just more of a nightmare than a dream.
Yeah.
Basically. And like you say in your book, I've questioned the biological clock. I don't think I have one, honestly.
Yeah. It doesn't actually exist. Like it's not actually a scientific thing, and that's the interesting thing. It isn't actually real. It's just this thing that was invented to make women think that they needed to have children. But yes, that's an interesting topic, that one.
Yeah, exactly. And just growing up, watching my parents, who I love very much, watching their lives, which was just work and taking care for 3 kids. It just seemed very hectic, stressful. I don't remember them doing anything for themselves. It was just work and taking care for kids. And it's just never seemed like anything that I would like to repeat. So
Yeah.
that's also a reason for me. And I'm such an introvert myself that I need my own quiet time daily just to recharge and face each day. So I couldn't imagine having someone depend on me 24/7 for their attention and care. So that's a big reason for me too. And I'm very much concerned about the overpopulation right now. And I think we really need to start looking past our own nose and think what kind of world the next generations are going to live in.
Yeah, and that's a really big topic at the moment. There's a lot of millennials and younger people coming through going, I don't want to have children because of the impact it has on the environment and what it's doing to our world and our population. And I must admit that was never a reason for me when I initially did it. It's been a great byproduct, obviously, but yeah, it's certainly one that I think people are being less selfish, I suppose, because it is selfish to have children.
Right.
And they're thinking about the world in general rather than just what their immediate needs are, which is, obviously a different way of looking at the whole thing.
Right. Yeah.
How does your partner feel about, was he sort of quite happy with your decision? Is he okay with it? Like, where does he sort of fit into this when it comes to the child conversation?
Yeah. So I guess he just assumed that that's what you do in life at the beginning, but then our friends started having kids and he's seen what kind of a life that is, and he very much loves his freedom and the possibility of spending time on his hobbies and going out and sleeping in, and he very much enjoys that, so he's on the same boat.
Yeah, and look, I think it's really important that you are on the same page, because it makes life extremely difficult and near impossible if one partner wants one thing and the other one wants something else.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. Have you faced any particular negative challenges or things that have really, you know, been quite hurtful or judgmental because of you've chose not to have children?
So I consider myself pretty lucky because all of my closest friends are also child free, and I feel like I've naturally just gravitated towards like-minded people without even knowing it.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm very very lucky to have close friends that have the same mindset, and also I haven't felt any pressure from my family, my close family, or my parents. They've never asked me or pressured me to have kids, and I feel like if your parents really want you to be happy, they will not pressure you into anything, and they just want you to have the type of life that you want to have. So I guess the only negative comments that I've received is from people that I barely know or are strangers, and if the subject comes up, they question it, and they're like, how can you be so selfish, or which I don't understand at all.
I don't understand that one either. I never have.
Yeah. or they just tell me, oh, you'll change your mind.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And it's interesting when I ask people that question, so often the answer is that my family have been really quite accepting with it, but total strangers or people that I barely know are the ones that have been really, really judgmental and really like, quite aggressive sometimes in their responses, which I don't understand, because it's like, well, my decision has absolutely no impact on your life whatsoever. I barely even know you. Why are you so passionate about the fact that you think that I should have children? Like, I don't understand that at all.
Exactly. Yeah, me either.
Yeah, like it's just crazy to me. Well, I think, look, you're lucky that you haven't had that pressure from family, all those close friends around you going, oh, but you have to have a baby, and I heard a few times, but wouldn't it be nice if our kids grew up together? Not a good enough reason to do it. I'm sorry.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, what is it that you love about being child free?
Well, of course, the freedom. I think everybody says that.
That's the big number one. Yeah.
Yeah. And like I mentioned before, I'm an introvert, so I just need my own quiet time for myself daily. So I love that. I love starting the day just by myself, and just knowing and having the possibility that I can start over any day if I choose to. If something's not working for me, I can just change that, and I can focus on my own personal growth, which I feel like would be secondary if I had a kid. And just I feel like our ancestors lived in much less populated world, and they just had the need to fit in, especially before like the freedom of speech and everything. They had their reasons to do things that how they have been done before. But in today's overpopulated world, we just can't have the same type of mindset. Like, we just have to open our minds and live and let live. You have to respect all life and just radiate love, and I think that's the key.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing your why and your story with everyone. As I said, I think it's really important that we all sort of are vocal about our choice and have a voice around it, and not be afraid to say, hey, this is me, this is my choice, and this is a life that I love. So I love having these conversations. So thank you so much, Kristiina, for taking some time to chat with me today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.